Generating renewable energy is key to reaching net zero, but are our current networks equipped to deal with the change? Quinbrook Infrastructure Partners is investing in grid infrastructure that will improve the national grid's capacity to take on renewables, better preparing for the transition to a decarbonised system.
Supporting sustainable energy sources and clean technology is a natural progression for every industry. As the UK pushes towards net zero, significant ongoing investment is needed. With billions of pounds in assets, pension funds can play an important role in financing green growth initiatives, such as the synchronous condenser in South Wales.
Since 2015 and the Paris Agreement, pension providers and beneficiaries have recognised and realised more and more the risk to future financial performance of their pension pots by not addressing ESG matters, and in particular climate change. Investors have got to look at new and different opportunities in terms of investment to actually achieve some of the climate change ambitions. And therefore something like the synchronous condenser actually provides that huge opportunity to bridge that infrastructure gap and make renewable energy a reliable source, and therefore address some of the skeptics' concerns.
Replacing the grid stabilising properties of fossil fuel powered turbines, the synchronous condenser, or for want of a better phrase, a generator that doesn't generate, this century-old technology spins, helping keep the national grid stable, preventing blackouts.
It's not actually producing power. So actually I'll give you an analogy. If you have a group of cyclists who are cycling up a hill and they want to maintain their distance between one another, as you go up the hill, you have to cycle a little bit harder to maintain your same distance. And as you go down the hill, you apply the brakes. And it's all about maintaining that same distance and that stability. And that's what the synchronous condensers are trying to do.
Changing how we think about energy is the only way for the UK to reduce its emissions. Quinbrook estimates about 80 synchronous condensers will need to be built across the country to help achieve net zero targets. Investing in renewables can be a benefit, and not just for the environment.
As a country, we're looking to build about 80 synchronous condensers. Just this one alone here in South Wales created over 300 jobs. And at the same time, because of the need of synchronous condensers, the national grid offers you revenues which are linked to inflation.
Reducing carbon emissions is a priority for the UK, with a promise to hit 95% low carbon power by 2030. More synchronous condensers help achieve the target by allowing for more renewables to be brought online.
If we enable ourselves to build more renewable capacity and become a consistent exporter of power, it's been forecast to be worth £70 billion per annum. We're in a position of decarbonising with a mix of powers, with a mix of wind and with solar and with bioenergy. And we will add into that some hydro, we will have interconnectors, we will have demand-side response. All of that comes together to enable us to achieve aggressive targets of 2030. And if I was to think of that in terms of how much investment is needed to decarbonise grid, it's £375 billion from today needed in investment in new generation and grid support to enable us to hit those 100% of decarbonisation levels of 2035. We are facing challenges in the UK that other grids are yet to face. If we can solve with green hydrogen, if we can solve with long duration storage, if we can show the synchronous condenser or the stability pathfinder programs how well they work, that becomes an incredibly valuable piece of IP that other countries and regions will need to learn from as they reach the decarbonisation levels we have already got to.
Ethical investing with inflation-linked returns is quickly becoming a priority for the government, for the environment, and for pension schemes to protect retirement savings.